Welcome to Radio Plays, a podcast devoted to presenting exciting new plays from around the world. Each episode, we'll bring a brand new work off the page and straight to you, sharing the latest from both up-and-coming and veteran playwrights. During our first episodes of the season, we're presenting the Reflection Anthology, a selection of 4 short plays written by Bara Swain. This week, we'll be performing Planned Obsolescence. Sharing grief, a pot of tea, and a plethora of obscure facts, Matilda and Gwen form an unlikely bond in discussing what is and is no longer valuable in their lives.
"9 years old, yes. He was the light of my life."
Such a shame. Single digits. I am so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
I'm sure you and your husband
Devastated. Yes, we are.
Maddie, I can't find my tackle box.
I'm sitting Shiva, Nathan. I can't help you now. That's my husband.
Nathan, of course. From the Hebrew name Natan, translated, he has given or he will give.
I didn't know that. Thank you.
You are welcome. Did you know that the monkey is the 9th sign in the Chinese zodiac?
What a coincidence. George loved monkeys.
And in China, the number 9 represents longevity. It is pronounced ku.
Coo. 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 It rolls right off the tongue like a throated bird. Coo. Coo.
In Chinese, it is the same pronunciation as agony or torture. Oh, that is insensitive of me. Is that insensitive of me?
I think so, yes.
I am sorry.
But I do love chicken lo mein. Comfort food. Am I right or am I wrong?
You are right, absolutely. And noodles symbolize longevity too. The long shape represents a long life. An old Chinese superstition says that it is bad luck to cut them.
Well, I'll never cut noodles again. I don't want to tempt fate.
Or walk under a ladder.
Or open an umbrella indoors.
Never, never, never. Or kiss a baby on the lips.
Excuse me?
If you kiss a baby on the lips, you will condemn them to spend their entire adult lives drooling. It is a Nigerian superstition.
Well, I'm glad that we live in New Jersey.
I second that.
Maddie!
Would you like a treat?
I have dinner plans, thank you. But they look delicious. Homemade?
Yes. You mix 2 very ripe bananas, 1 1/2 cups of quick oats, and 1/3 cup of peanut butter. They were George's favorite.
Maddie!
It is very tempting. I can leave if...
Please don't. I can use the distraction. For God's sake, Nathan, what do you want now?
Can you look for my tackle box and sit Shiva at the same time?
We have company, Nathan. Gwen is paying her respects. From the library? Do you want to say anything to him?
My condolences, Nasan. That is Nathan, in Yiddish.
Didn't you run over a bird on your wedding day?
Yes. A Turdus migratorius, an American robin. Actually, it got wedged in the bumper skirt, the front grille of my car.
I vaguely recall that now. You had a beautiful reception at the Grand Summit Hotel. My sister was a +1.
Yes. At least I was not flying a plane.
Oh, do you have a pilot's license?
No. I have a master's degree in library science. But bird collisions have been blamed for hundreds of small plane crashes and several aviation disasters. The birds get sucked into the engines and damage the mechanisms. The Eastern Airlines crash into Boston Harbor on April 10, 1960 killed 62 passengers, a flock of common starlings. Can you imagine?
How tragic. Tragic, but interesting.
Random facts. It's a hazard of the trade. So many random facts. Up here. In my head. Like Meryl Streep.
Oh! Do you channel Meryl Streep?
No, but she was born in Summit, New Jersey, not far from my wedding venue. Oh, I loved Meryl in Spielberg's movie, The Post. Tom Hanks was wonderful, too. Actually, he is the third cousin 4 generations removed of Abraham Lincoln. And his birthday is July 9th, 1956.
And that's significant. Why?
Tom Hanks is a monkey sign, too.
Oh, another wonderful coincidence. Did you hear that?
Nope. I didn't hear a thing. But I have small ear canals, like Katie Holmes.
I was talking to the stuffed monkey. He was George's favorite toy. We buy George a new monkey every year. Bought him a new one.
Oh.
My husband thinks I spoiled him too much. You hear what I'm saying?
I hear you. My brother slept with a blankie for 18 years. A lamb and rainbow motif. I know you will keep that private. My brother would never forgive me.
Men forget but never forgive. Women forgive but never forget. The wise words of Robert Jordan.
Is he any relationship to the basketball player?
No, but I admire Michael Jordan. My husband says he was the greatest basketball player of all time. And a fine businessman, too. Oh.
What's wrong?
Sorry. George loved Nikes. They were his favorite shoes. I think I'm gonna cry.
Oh, have another sip of tea. You cannot cry and drink tea at the same time.
No.
Go on, try it. And I will try a cookie, in honor of George and his namesake, too. Rest in peace, George Harrison.
Amen.
Oh, they are delicious.
Thank you. My mother whipped up a batch yesterday. My sister drove her to the Berkshires this morning. We have a timeshare in Southleigh, a lovely 3-bedroom villa. Indoor and outdoor pools, a mini golf course, ping pong, billiards. George loved it there. I showed him photos of our trip last summer as he lay on his deathbed. Terringham Cobble, Teutonic Trail State Park, Goose Pond Reservation.
Great trout fishing at Goose Pond. Caught some smallmouth bass last year, too. How long are you staying, Gwen?
That's rude, Nathan. Inexcusably rude.
If we get on the road by 7, we'll miss the Connecticut traffic. I-95 is effing brutal over the weekend.
I think you're brutal, Nathan. Callous, insensitive, and brutal. I'm not going anywhere until my mourning period is over.
Actually, I-95 is the safest highway in the nation. It has a rate of just 0.1 fatal crashes per million vehicles on the road. Uh-huh. Yes.
So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to find my tackle box, load up my gear, fill up the tank, and put air in my tires. When I get home, I expect you to stop packing.
Oh, you're a riot, Nathan. I'm going to die laughing.
Actually, there are many disturbing ways that laughing too hard can cause death. A ruptured brain aneurysm, a heart attack, a collapsed lung. You can also die laughing from a strangulated hernia, a stroke, and asphyxiation. I think it is unsettling. Unsettling, but fascinating.
Yes, it is. So, a woman runs into a vet's office carrying a dog, screaming for help.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Help! Help! So the vet rushes the dog back to an examination room and puts him on the table. The vet examines the dog and after a few moments says, "I'm sorry, but your dog is dead."
Stop it!
And the agitated woman says, No, I don't believe it. I want a second opinion." So the vet goes into the back room and returns with a cat. He puts the cat down next to the dog and the cat pokes and sniffs the dog's body. Finally, the cat looks at the vet and meows. So the vet says to the woman, "I'm sorry, but the cat thinks that your dog is dead too." The woman finally, resigned to the diagnosis, thanks the vet, and asks how much she owes. The vet says $450. $450 to tell me that my dog is dead. And the vet answers, "I charged you $50 for my initial diagnosis, and another $400 for the CAT scan."
Heartless. Cruel and heartless.
He was 9 years old, Maddie. In dog years, George lived a long and happy life. Am I right or am I wrong?
Well, 9 years is the average lifespan for a bulldog, a boxer, and a Rottweiler.
See? What did I tell you?
It is also the lifespan of several household appliances, dishwashers, microwaves, refrigerators, which is different than planned obsolescence. Planned obsolescence? It is a theory that products are designed to have a limited lifespan, like light bulbs, TVs, smartphones. Planned obsolescence. It occurs when something is intended to wear out after a predetermined period of time, like ink cartridges or fashion. It makes consumers buy more products when the product stops being useful due to technological irrelevance or changing social tastes.
This is what's going to happen, Nassan.
What are you talking about? Who the heck is Nassan?
It is your Hebrew name in Yiddish. It means he has given or he will give.
Oh, yeah? And do you know what this means?
Actually, that gesture can be traced back to ancient times, when the middle finger represented the phallus, and the curled fingers on either side represented the testicles. The gesture was used as a symbol of sexual intimacy in a manner meant to degrade and intimidate.
I want her out of my house.
My house, Nathan. My house, you bully. A gift from my father, Alav HaShalom.
In fact,
You're
the gesture
out
was first
of your
documented in the
mind.
United States when a
You're
baseball
both
pitcher for the
out
Boston
of your
Beatles
minds.
was photographed.
You think so. You
These
think
are
so,
delicious.
Nathan.
Giving
What
a
have you
finger
given
to a
me?
member of their rival team, the New York Giants, I believe. That
I'm
was
waiting,
in,
Nathan.
Let's see, 1886.
What have you given me? Your
The
last
same
name?
year, Sigmund
A
Freud
crock
opened
pot
his
for our
practice in
6th
Vienna.
anniversary?
But in Western culture, it is loosely translated as "up yours."
Answer me, Nathan. What has you given me? Companionship? Oh, that's a laugh. We share the same bed, the same car, the same dental hygienist, but you, Nathan, you haven't responded to one emotional need of mine in, oh my God, years.
You're being ridiculous.
You make fun of me. You don't take me seriously. A baby. Nathan, you never gave me a child or lifted a finger when I had colitis.
Colitis? You're nuts.
Yes, I'm nuts. I'm crazy to have married you and waited all these years, Nathan, for you to consider my needs. My needs. George made my life richer, not you. George made me feel safe and loved, positive and optimistic, even when you flirted for 2 years with a school crossing guard. And you, Nathan, treated him like a nuisance, like a second-class citizen.
He was a dog, for crying out loud. What's with this citizen crap? He was a dog.
A Harris poll showed that 95% of dog owners think of their animal as a member of the family.
George nurtured me in ways that nothing and no one else could. Or wouldn't. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Nathan.
Wouldn't? You're talking in riddles, Maddie. What should I have done? What didn't I give you?
Nissan. He will give and he will give. This is what you will give me, Nathan. You will give me back my dignity. You will go to the Berkshires, please do. And when you return, I want you to pack your bags and leave. This marriage is over.
What are you talking about?
Actually, the average length of a marriage that ends in divorce is 8 years.
You heard me. Let's just call it unplanned obsolescence, Nathan. Our relationship has run its course. You're no longer useful to me.
I'll be back in an hour.
You left me years ago, Nathan. And your tackle box is next to the washing machine that you promised to replace.
Actually, the average life expectancy of a washing machine is 11 years. Consumer Reports recommends replacing any appliance that is more than 8 years old unless it is a high-end model and has a particular appeal to you.
I'll tell you what appeals to me now, dinner. I think my appetite is returning.
Do you want to order in Chinese?
I thought you had dinner plans.
Reservations for 3, yes, but I can cancel.
I don't want to impose on you, Gwen.
For me, myself, and I. It's not an imposition at all. Hunan Walk on North Avenue takes an average of 22 minutes to deliver.
Let's call them in 8 minutes, then. We can mourn and eat chicken lo mein at the same time.
Comfort food, yes. Did you know that the name Hunan means south of Lake Dongting?
No.
And Hunan is the 7th most populous province of China. Mao Zedong was born in Shaoshan, Hunan, on December 26, 1893. General Mao was 5 feet 11 inches tall, the same height as Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Orlando Bloom, and John Lennon.
How random.
Yes, but personally, I'm attracted to short men. I think their diminutive stature gives them character. makes them more attentive and caring. Like Davy Jones.
Davy...
Jones, yes. Teen idol Davy Jones. He was a monkey. You know, the pop rock group in the 60s? Last Train to Clarksville, Daydream Believer. Davy was 5 feet 3 inches tall. Oh, and he was a rooster.
I thought you said he was a monkey.
Yes, but his Chinese zodiac sign was a rooster. Like my ex-husband.
I didn't know that. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Did you know that the sun influences a rooster's fertility?
Oh.
Thanks again for listening to Radio Plays. If you liked what you heard and are interested in helping us share more amazing new works, check out our Patreon page where you can donate and even become a season sponsor. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter @The Radio Plays. Planned Obsolescence was written by Bara Swain and directed by Klay Brackney-Wandelear. The cast featured Anna Fontaine as Matilda, Kara Leimer as Gwen, and David Soyka as Nathan. Sound design and editing by Rebekah Varghese.